Good morning, y'all. Happy Monday, and welcome back again to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by LOCKCITY. Today we have episode 256. It's going to be a continuation into the CS2 Counter-Strike 2 tournament IEM Chengdu, taking place obviously in Chengdu, China. We're going to talk about our results today, tournament results today. We'll recap our picks from today, and then of course the most important part of the video, we'll have some more picks eyed out for tomorrow or for tonight, depending on where you're located in the world. Obviously, with this tournament taking place in Chengdu, China, it's about 12 hours difference from myself over in Canada. So this tournament starts at like 9 p.m. Eastern time every single night, and it ends up wrapping up around 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Eastern time. So it's some nice overnight. If you're located in North America, you can consider it a wake and cash. If you're located anywhere else in the world, it's probably pretty bright and early in the morning. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about what happened here today. So we had a flurry of results, obviously 8 games that took place today. We saw the Mongols take down Heroic 2-1. Unfortunately, we were on Heroic on the money line. They did play them pretty competitive. They won the first map, but then after that started to fumble. Control has looked better for Mongols than I anticipated him to. Astralis and Na'Vi, we laid off that personally, but Astralis ended up taking that 2-1 over Na'Vi. A little bit of a surprise, I'm sure, for many that are watching this. Team Falcons took care of business against Tyloo. We had Falcons minus 1.5 map spread. They flew by Tyloo. They won 2-0 as expected. We actually comboed that with Spirit minus 1.5 map spread as well. So we made some good profit there, about 3 units in profit. Spirit also won 2-0. They took that home pretty easily. So in terms of tomorrow's matchups for Group A, we now have Mongols taking on Astralis. We have Team Falcons taking on Spirit. And then down in the lower bracket, we have our losers. We have Heroic taking on Na'Vi, and we have Tyloo taking on Pain Gaming. Downward to Group B. Again, obviously all of these teams played their opening matchups today. So we had FURIA minus 1.5 map spread. They took care of business for us. They won 2-0 against Lin Vision. We didn't have G2. We avoided this one altogether because it was 3D Max. I hate 3D Max. G2 won that 2-0. MOUZ took down FaZe Clan. I laid off that one officially, but MOUZ was a nice lean on that. I threw it on a long shot parlay. MOUZ took care of business there. They won 2-0 as well. And then unfortunately, the one that crushed my heart today and probably many other hearts today was Team Vitality against Virtus.pro. They lost overpass to Virtus.pro. The second map even needed to go 24 total rounds. They only won 13-11, and then they ended up taking care of business in the third map there. But we took Vitality minus 1.5 map spread. They cucked us there. Unfortunately, we'll be back today with some more winners there. What this looks like for tomorrow in terms of Group B, we now have FURIA taking on G2 and MOUZ taking on Vitality in the upper bracket semis. And then in the lower bracket, we have our losers again. We have Lin Vision, 3D Max, FaZe Clan, and Virtus.pro. So in terms of matchup times for tomorrow, again, same sort of idea. We're going to have 2 matches at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 2 just before midnight at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 at 2 a.m. Eastern Time, and then our final 2 at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Absolute bangers of matchups, obviously the ones that stick out, MOUZ, Vitality, Falcon, Spirit. But some of these other ones throughout the course of the day I think are going to be pretty exciting as well. So let's hop on over to Thunderpick and let's see what we have on the board here for tomorrow. For those of you that watch the videos regularly, you know that all of the odds that will be discussed in today's video will be on Thunderpick.io, which is one of the top books in the world for esports betting. You can deposit on Thunderpick using crypto, credit card, Apple Pay, Visa Debit, or via their new gift card deposit, which allows you to purchase and deposit a Thunderpick gift card amount directly to your balance. And Thunderpick has lines for all of your favorite esports, including but not limited to CS2, League, Dota, Valorant, Overwatch, COD, Fortnite, Rocket League, and so much more. If you visit tinyurl.com/LockCityTP, you can get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit all the way up to $600 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. Any amount that you deposit up to $600 will get immediately matched by Thunderpick for you to be able to use for your esports picks. We've obviously been super profitable on CS2, but with that deposit bonus, you can always try your luck with some of your other favorites with that free money to play with. That's tinyurl.com/LockCityTP for a 100% deposit bonus at Thunderpick up to $600. All right, so we're going to have 3 picks here on the board for tomorrow. We're going to have 2 singles and then a parlay. For the 2 singles, we can just take them. I guess we'll just take them left to right here. The first one that we're going to talk about is going to be FURIA and G2 over 21.5 total rounds in map 1. G2 is the lower seed here. G2 is going to get their first map pick, should get the first map pick. It's never 100%, but probably about 90% chance that they get the first map pick. FURIA often defers it to the lower seed here. What we can expect in terms of a map pick from G2 is probably either Inferno or Train. Inferno is obviously one of their go-tos. They do have a really strong Train, but so does FURIA. FURIA looked really good on Train today, so I don't anticipate that they will take Train. I think they'll just stick with their guts, stay with Inferno here, in which case I think it's going to be super close. When these teams have played Inferno recently, we did see this 13-7 and this 5-13. I know that doesn't lead to a lot of confidence there. I think it's going to be a lot closer, similar to this, like a 16-14 or a 13-11, something along those lines. We did see that the last time these two teams played, G2 did take Train. If they do take Train, I still think it's probably a pretty comfortable over. Last time we saw them play, G2 actually ended up taking Train 13-11. This was at the beginning of last month at ESL Pro League Season 22. Forms are a little bit different now. FURIA, obviously 5-match win streak, but I do think if it's Inferno or if it's Train, this is going to be super close. Over 21.5 to me seems like a gimme. I think we're in for like a 13-10, 13-11, or any sort of an overtime scoreline here. So the first play is going to be over 21.5, map 1, FURIA and G2. Second play that we're going to talk about here is going to be same sort of idea, but we're going to be targeting Falcons and Spirit at 2 a.m. So Falcons and Spirit, when Spirit is the higher seed, you never really know if they're going to have the first or second map pick. Sometimes they defer it to the lower seed, sometimes they don't. Here, Spirit is the lower seed between Spirit and Falcons, so Spirit should get first map pick regardless. What we can expect in terms of a map pick from Spirit, probably either Mirage or Dust 2. Maybe Ancient, but I highly doubt it because Falcons has a really good Ancient. I would see Falcons probably picking into like Nuke and hopefully leaving Ancient as a decider. I think Spirit's going to go either Dust 2 or Mirage. Most likely probably Mirage. What I think this ends up looking like for Falcons on Mirage have been kind of hit and miss, but as of recently, they've looked really good over the last couple of months. They've only played it twice. They beat Virtus.pro 13-1. They beat Astralis 13-6. Obviously, Spirit's one of the best teams in the world on Mirage. Same goes for Dust 2. I think it's going to be close regardless, given the fact that Falcons' form has been pretty exceptional as of recently, especially Monacy has been playing unreal. This is going to be the first time that Kyusuke and Donk face each other in an official match as well. So a little bit of I wouldn't say a grudge, but like a friendship grudge there. I think this is going to be super close all the way through. Second pick, same as the first, map 1, over 21.5. Both of these are 1.85 times your money, so 2 units on either of them is going to pay about 3.7 units. And then the last one that we're going to talk about here, we're going to go with 2 underdogs on the plus 1.5 map spread here. We're going to be going with Virtus.pro and MOUZ. So let's talk about it. First one up here, FaZe and Virtus.pro. Virtus.pro was able to take a map off of Vitality today. I think Virtus.pro honestly could probably beat FaZe here. FaZe is going to ban probably Train. I could see them trying to ban Overpass, in which case Virtus.pro is probably just going to pick into Train. I think Virtus.pro wins their map pick regardless. If they were able to win a map off of Vitality today, play them to 24 rounds in the second map, they should be able to play FaZe pretty well with Jacob back in the lineup. They're not very cohesive as of right now. They've been making roster changes. Obviously, Rain was in there. Rain's now out. Jacob's now back in, so on and so forth. I think Virtus.pro is going to play this very tight. I would not be surprised if Virtus.pro won this on the money line, but I'm going to play it safe. I think they'll win at least their map pick, 1.52 times your money. And then the second leg on that one is going to be MOUZ and Vitality. I did not like what I saw out of Vitality today. I know it's Virtus.pro, and we just took them on the other side, and now we're fading Vitality on this side, but with very good reason. MOUZ looked good. MOUZ's form looks solid. Vitality obviously dropped that map to Virtus.pro, almost lost the matchup to Virtus.pro, and fell down into the bottom bracket. A lot of people are picking Vitality here on the public consensus. I think this is another one that could be an upset. I could totally see MOUZ winning this, but I think MOUZ wins at least a map. Whether it's Overpass, Vitality is going to ban Ancient, but whether it's Overpass, Inferno, Mirage, I think all of these would be super close. I trust MOUZ to win at least one of those maps, whatever one they end up taking, or potentially Vitality's map pick, but that would be a little bit more wonky. So probably the MOUZ map pick, but MOUZ plus 1.5 map spread, 1.38 times your money. That with Virtus.pro plus 1.5 map spread is going to be 2.09 times your money. 2 units is going to pay 4.18 units. And those are going to be the 3 plays that we are rocking with for tomorrow. Obviously for today, we did go 1 and 2 overall. So we ended up hitting on the Spirit and Falcons -1.5 map spread. Then unfortunately Vitality dropped the ball for us and Heroic dropped the ball for us on the plays from the first video coming into this tournament. So right now we're sitting at 1 and 2. We're down 1.15 units, but obviously we're going to look to make up for that tomorrow and keep things moving throughout the rest of the tournament. If you like the content that you've been getting here, make sure to like the video. Let me know in the comments what you're going to be playing here for tomorrow for IEM Chengdu. And depending on what platform you're listening on, if you're on Twitter, give us a follow. If you're on YouTube and you like the content, make sure to subscribe. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow with some more IEM Chengdu content. Thank y'all. Take care. Peace.